Greetings, this is Elder Blacklight. This is going to be the Midnight Special series. Now, we were talking about when I was coming up in the 50s, 60s, how they brought in, around the time of the Kennedy assassination, Vietnam War, they was bringing in heroin. This heroin was monster, supreme heroin, even the reefer, marijuana, hashies, was potent. I mean, it was extremely potent. This is your first invasion of junkies. Your first Night of the Living Dead. And they had to bring in that. This was sort of like tranquilizers to calm these young brothers, warriors. And then they also had to draft. These were the defiant. We were defiant to the system. If the whitey didn't want us in our neighborhood, we'll jack them up, made them pay to operate. They couldn't compete with us. The mafia, the teachers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was strong. Later on, that raised up the Black Panthers. I mean, I'm just skipping over parts here in Detroit of how defiant we were. We were jacking up police. They don't want to let y'all know that. I mean, we had plenty of outbursts of black power, black strength before, when my mother and them was coming up young in the 40s. And before that, when we were entering into the autos union, the auto worker union, the trucking union, and whatever, we had to fight, man. We had to go up against the mafia. We had to go up against the police. We had to go up against... They don't want y'all to know this, though. And that's how Detroit became overpopulated with black people. Because they couldn't handle us. So they moved out, started building up the suburbs. But when they moved out, they took their money. And they took jobs. Right to this day, the black man got to go out of town or to the suburbs to get a job, any kind of job, Burger King job, they don't have no jobs in the city. The Caucasian to move back because they coming up from California. They coming from Europe. Y'all forgot about that. They forgot about the Europeans coming over here, moving right on the east side, building up that rundown area, and blacks is moving out close to the jobs. They moving out to Westland, moving out, to Southfield, Oak Park. They moving Bloomfield, the ones with a little more cash, like the doctors, moving to Bloomfield. And the pro-black brothers are in West Side, East Side, losing their homes to Canadians, Arabs, Chaldeans buying up all the businesses, and we don't know what to do. I'm also, I got a series I'm running uh, called Strategy Sessions, because we don't know how to use strategy. We're using that old strategy, See, it just can't be one man doing it. And if it is one man, they're going to target that one man and knock him out, knock him off, kill him, or cripple him in some kind of way where he can't do it. You see how Kwame Kilpatrick, how he tried to do it, and they blocked his action. They brought him down. He almost tried to do something like Mayor Coleman Young, but he not as clever. Look, Mayor Coleman Young was a special cat. He ran for, he had a pretty good run for 20 years, And Steve Coakley, and he was in Chicago with Harold Washington, you know. But if they see a weakness or a flaw in you, they're gonna go after that. It took them a long time to bring down Coleman Young. Ultimately, it had to be his own people, these Boulay brothers. And then when they got in a position to start stealing, they brought down the school system. Black people brought down the school system. They brought down the housing system. When the 2007, 2008 housing crisis hit, there was a lot of black people that was the black men and women that was the mortgagers of this, and working for the Jews. See, that's how they get us. It'd be one of us that bring us down, you know. And one of us be the front man, or we be assassinated, just like on the black consciousness. Who bringing down the black consciousness and the black power movements? The black man. Over what? Over that funky dollar bill. We don't know how to work it, man. So getting back to when I was coming up, I started recognizing the game in the 70s because I was addicted to the game, playing the same game, pimping and flipping and juggling and hustling and conning and manipulating my own people. So that's when I started winging myself off the addiction. I said, I was in music anyway, but I started seeing that, especially in music, that's how they was, when they had a period when they had independent producers. Independent producers in the independent record labels. But the independent record labels still had to go to the major record labels. They were small record labels, they still had to go to the majors. They were the screening. The independent record labels was the screening process, and then they were the ones who uh, got some of this ghetto talent, and they were like vultures, man. Instead of them schooling the brothers, the young ones, on the game, they took advantage of them. You know. Now, what should have broke all of that up was the coming of the internet. But the only one that helped the brothers to the internet was Prince. You know, when they was trying to play on Prince, you know, Prince used the internet. And Michael, he took lessons from James Brown and all the Moe brothers, Sam Cooke. But you see what they do. When one brother be the leaders or the pioneers into breaking away from the game that the devil or the Caucasian plays on you, something happened to him, you see. And y'all still ain't caught on yet. Either you play ball with them and live, you know, or if you don't, if you rebel, you die. So it take a whole, one man can't do it. Y'all ain't woke up to that. Y'all put that one brother on Front Street. He courageous enough to go back to his hood and pull them brothers up. But something gonna happen. Either he gonna die financially, just like MC Hammer. You know, he was going back to the hood, pulling up brothers and sisters. But, you know, he got silenced. He's still making money on the internet. And then he diversified himself, but he can't go back to the hood. Tupac start going to the hood trying to wake up the thug life, brothers. But y'all just can't see, man. Y'all just can't see the strategy. So I'm going to close this one down. This is the midnight special right here. This is showing y'all the Nipsey Hussle. Trying to open your eyes up to that. Not saying too much about it, because I don't know too much about it, but it follows a pattern. This is Black Light. Peace.